Hello, peace, beautiful family. This is Danielle, and the channel is FlyGirlsManifesting. I am a conscious mindset coach. I help any and every person that works with me to recreate the self-concept and do what? Manifest the life of their dreams. Okay, so if you are tuning into this as a replay, this is a live video. However, I will provide timestamps for the topics of interest for you. We're going to get into some really great topics about comparing yourselves to others. What is the purging of your thoughts? What is that all about? What's happening when you're actually trying to change something in your life and then you're getting all these like negative or conflicting thoughts? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about self-concept and your self-identity when you are living in the end result. I'm going to read some passages from Neville, Goddard, and I'm going to break them down the only way that Fly Girl Manifesting can. And then at the end, there will be question and answer. But without further ado, I do want to let you guys know that whenever you are manifesting things and you're consciously doing that, it does require you to have a sort of energy around you that is very focused. A lot of people get results from manifesting things consciously when they decide that they're going to actually be focused and they're going to have discipline. So a lot of the times, the reason why we get flip-floppy results from manifesting is because a lot of us don't really stick to what we said we wanted to manifest. We don't stick to having faith no matter what's going on in our 3D reality. So I just want to let you guys know that it's 100% okay to be bold in your affirmations. Ask for whatever it is that you desire to have, because the truth is that you're creating your reality. Nobody else gets to decide what's going on. I know we think that people have control and your job or your boss may have control. No, no one has control over your thoughts. No one has control over what you actually, in your mind, what you decide to think, how you decide to react, okay? So let's just get that out the way. Now, here's what I want to talk about. Comparing yourself to other people. Comparing yourself to the results that other people have gotten, or watching YouTube videos where people are giving their success stories, and you're reading through all these success stories and you're like, damn, how come they're getting it but maybe I'm doing something wrong? And it's like, a lot of manifestation coaches really don't, in my opinion, touch on that stage that you're going to go through, the transition that you go through when you are recreating and you are changing things about your life. That stage that you go through where you will have doubts, or you may have questions, or you may not always be able to flip your thoughts, or you may not always be able to wake up and decide that you're going to be disciplined. There will come a time in your manifesting things in your life that you just don't feel like doing it. And so when you don't feel like continuing with the things that you are manifesting consciously, by consciously, I mean actually like you're doing it on purpose. You're not just letting your life happen to you. You have made a conscious decision that this is something that I desire to have in my life. I am going to manifest this. So what do? We have to give ourselves enough room to purge away those old thoughts, the old way of thinking. Because once you do that, then you cross over into the field of persisting and keep going. And I tell people a lot of people may not believe me, but it would behoove you to write your goals down. I'm going to show you guys this book that I have. This is my scripting book that I scripted in this book for about a year, and I show people this often. But I just open it to a page where I have Taraji P. Henson as like motivation in here, because I would like to be featured in Essence one day. And I'm manifesting that. So I keep this in so that every time I open this book, I see Essence, and it reminds me of my goal or of my manifestation that is definitely in progress. Anytime that you decide that you desire to have something and you have a strong desire, it's already in progress. You just have to catch up to it. So I use this book as a guide in showing people that a year ago I scripted a lot of stuff. I just wrote it down. And what your subconscious mind does is it allows you room to grow, but only so much. So the more you write things down, or the more you say things, or the more you watch something, or the more you listen to something, your subconscious mind starts to accept it as true. So maybe you don't script like me, but maybe you like to listen to things. Maybe you like music. Maybe you like to watch videos, YouTube videos. So watch videos on the same topic. But the least that I would ask you guys to do is not watch YouTube videos where there are conflicting things, because you're going to confuse yourself. So also, let's talk about examples of embodying the new you. Whenever you are manifesting your life, or you're manifesting a lover or a job or whatever that is, embodying that person, like stepping into the person who has what they are desiring. How do we do that? A lot of people tell you guys in these videos that they've done it, but do people really break it down to you? Okay, so case in point, how to live in the end, how to become the person who has the desire already, is very simple. Your actions, your words, your feelings must all align to what your desired outcome is. So if you desire to be a ballerina, you must embody what a ballerina would be doing. What would she be doing? Homegirl would be definitely practicing. So she definitely would have to be taking some courses. She would be watching other people who are ballerinas. So she'd be consuming her subconscious mind with ballerina. She would most likely have goals. So she would have like, okay, first level ballerina, middle level ballerina, and advanced. But she would definitely be in the process of aligning her thoughts with a person who's a ballerina. So when she thinks about herself as a ballerina, she's only thinking things that have to do with her being a ballerina. When she's taking inspired action, she's going to practice, or she's practicing on her own, or she's imagining herself on a stage in a play where she's a ballerina, or in a I don't know what they call it, I guess an ensemble. But you have to put yourself in the position of a person who already has it by taking the steps that that person would be taking. Let's say that you are manifesting a marriage. If you are manifesting marriage or a committed relationship with someone, what steps would you be taking? This is like the hot topic that no one wants to touch, because love is such a tricky thing for most people, but I think it's very simple. Be fearless when it comes to embodying the person who has an amazing loving relationship with their significant other, whoever that person may be. I'm getting out of the habit of using specific person in this community because I have my own views about it. I think it's extremely toxic for the most part. But I understand that most people understand what I say when I say specific person. Usually for most of you guys, that means like your romantic partner. But I'm going to tell you the truth. In my opinion, is that when you're embodying a person who has a relationship that you love with a significant other, I'm going to tell you that most people that I coach, most of my coaching clients with like SP stuff, we have to really get down to the real reason as to why you want that person in your life. Once we get to the real reason as to why you want that person in your life, then we could get to, okay, so then what do you need to do? And that's different for each person. I'll just tell you from my personal experience, when I was manifesting my specific person or my partner, my husband, I had one thing that I wanted to do for myself, which was to prepare myself for the mindset of a woman who would work from home and would be able to be flexible, because I wanted to build a family with a man from home. Like I wanted to be home with children and maybe homeschool them. So any man that came into my life was going to have to be aligned with that. So remember, we said alignment. So for me, my alignment was, okay, amongst other things, I wanted to be a person who is more domesticated at home. Also, my man of my dreams would have to be someone who was highly spiritual and very kind and very sweet and treats women really well. And also is not afraid to go out and get a job, because if I'm staying at home working, somebody got to go out and work. I digress. But all I'm saying is that I had my goals, my dreams, my aspirations for my relationship, but I had to align myself with what I said I wanted. So I started looking at beautiful couple imagery. I started writing out my love story. I started meditating on the imagery of me and the person hugging or us getting married. And it ended up happening sooner than later. So when you embody the person who has what it is that they say they desire, then we have to contemplate, what does that mean? Okay? I see that there are 5 people in here. Just let me know if you guys hear me. I know you're listening to me, but it's okay to say hello to me. I feel like I'm talking to myself. You guys here? I got some stuff that I want to share with you guys. A couple of little things that I want to share with you from Neville Goddard's teachings. A lot of people think, you guys tell me, do you think that Neville Goddard's when you're hearing his stuff, is it like hard to like listen and understand? Because he speaks in a very old school, like very monotonous way, like from like the 40s and stuff. So do you guys think that Neville's like because I found it a little bit difficult too. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. I found Neville's teachings to be 100% amazing when I found Neville's teachings like 10 years ago. That's why I'm like, the law of assumption community. I was like, oh, well, I could make videos about Neville's teachings. I actually have transformed my life with this book that I'm gonna read an excerpt for you guys, and I'm gonna break it down. The Power of Awareness was one of the first books that I read from Neville. Somebody gave this book to me. It's a quick read. It's like, I think it's only like 175 pages or something. But I read it over and over and over. I also read Think and Grow Rich. That's how I was able to manifest having a lot of financial success. And Bob Proctor says that he reads Think and Grow Rich like every day, like a passage from it. He's been doing this for like 50 years. So the more you do something, the more it becomes part of who you are. But a lot of you guys found my channel through Neville Goddard's teachings, and I'm not a Neville channel. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just a little black girl from the South who just knows how to manifest a shitload of things, and I help my clients to do the same thing. And I did not just become a mindset coach. Like, I literally am certified life coach. I specify with mindset because I think people need to get their mind right. You can do all this other fancy stuff, but you got to get up here right. So that's why, you know, I'm very grateful for every person who's here. And I believe that you guys are here for a reason. So I'm going to share with you guys an excerpt from Neville. I'm going to read it, and then we're going to discuss. And we're going to discuss it in a way, I'm going to interpret it for you, because this is how I had to, like, I was like, I can't listen to Neville because it's like, okay, I'm just going to be honest. Listening to his recordings, I'm sorry, they were kind of boring. Like, I'm sorry, like, I like excitement. I need somebody, some music. No, I'm not going to say, I just had an idea Spirit just gave to me. Never mind, I'm not going to even say it, because then I might be able to do it. But somebody needs to do something with Neville's voice like this, like, more exciting. And people have done it. So let's get into what I want to share with you guys. I'm going to break it down for you, because this is very key. I didn't say this. Neville said it. And everybody in this manifest community that uses Neville, they need to be able to explain to you guys why Neville's teachings works for them. Because just getting in front of the camera and telling you guys, like, oh, I use Neville, it's not helping you guys. I'm just being honest. I ain't trying to call nobody out. Ain't no shots fired. I love everybody. Everybody's doing great. But this is the one thing that I get. People don't really interpret Neville's teachings when they hear it. So let's just let me share my screen. All right, so I wonder if you guys can see that. I'm gonna do it this way. All right, so this is from The Power of Awareness. And basically, what Neville is saying is that he's talking about like changing your self-concept or making assumptions. So this is a quote from Neville. I want you guys to see me actually. Okay, so all transformation begins with an intense, burning desire to be transformed. The first step in the renewing of the mind is desire. You must want to be different before you can begin to change yourself. Then you must, and this is what is the most important thing, then you must make your future dream a present fact. You do this by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. By desiring to be other than what you are, you can create an idea of the person you want to be and assume that you are already that person. If this assumption is persisted in until it becomes your dominant feeling, the attainment of your ideal is inevitable. The ideal you hope to achieve is always ready for incarnation, but unless you yourself offer it a human percentage, it is incapable of birth. Therefore, your attitude should be one in which having desired to express a higher state. Okay, so let's just chew on that for a minute, because that's a lot, right? Or no, it's not. Let me just break it down what he's saying. What he's basically saying is that you must assume the person who has it by, in your mind, creating that and then showing up in your 3D reality as such. So if you imagine something in your mind, the next day you get up, do the same thing you imagine in your mind. If you persist in the assumption that you already have something, it's going to become your dominant way of feeling. And whatever is dominantly persisting in your life, that's what you're seeing in your 3D reality. So where did he get this from? It's science. We as humans, we perceive something, we see it over and over and over, and then it becomes etched into our subconscious, and then we experience it over and over and over. So the way to change that is to start seeing yourself differently. Start one way and then another day, and just take it one day at a time. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? New York in the house. Queens in the house. Queens. So you guys understand, right? So you said Neville is easy to understand once you relax and stop overcomplicating things. At least I found that to be the case for me. Yeah, like I like to read Neville, because the same stuff that he says over and over and over, which is that like you have to like keep going. You can't just like try it for one day and then like it's done. But also states of being, like your state, how you feel. People don't like to think about this, or but like I found that whenever I make a conscious effort to feel really grateful or feel like, oh my God, okay, this is normal for me. It's normal for me to be a successful business owner. It's normal for me. Whatever that means, I just keep saying it, because why would a person who isn't successful not say that? I would, as a successful business owner, I would say, I'm thankful for being successful, right? So you guys get what I'm saying? Like it's really easy to understand Neville's teachings when you realize that the assumption of your life, you're living it right now. Okay? And when you compare yourself to what other people are doing, you're doing yourself a disservice, because we all have our own paths. That's just the truth. And I think YouTube is great for watching people like me, because I want you to keep watching Fly Girls Manifesting now. However, what I don't want you to do is get caught up with all the other people who are also sharing information about manifesting, and then you take on their limiting beliefs. I may have limiting beliefs even as a mindset coach, but I don't ever tell people that they can't manifest. You can manifest any fucking thing you want. I'm not you. There are people who have manifested millions of dollars from being homeless. I never did that. I'm not in your mind. I just know how the mind works. I study psychology. I have my degree is in music psychology. I also have been a conscious mindset coach for many years. And I work with clients. Some of the one person is in here right now that I work with. So my experience with using the law of assumption or the law of attraction, whatever you guys call it, is that you must saturate yourself as the person. Watch the videos that you want to watch that only align with what you desire to have. Only consume information that aligns with what you desire to have, because it becomes your dominant state of being, like Neville says, right? You want this to be natural to you. You don't want to have to try or struggle to figure it out. People who already have the things they desire, they're not figuring out anything. They're just doing it. They're just being it. But how you get there, the steps that you get there, it takes you deciding, making a decision. And once you make that decision, I would say write it down. This is what I want to do. These are the steps I want to take. And then just start aligning yourself with your actions, your words, your inner conversations. Every day you get up, look at that. Look at what you are doing. Read your story. I have my scripting book that has served me greatly. And because I saturate my mind with the same things, I'm now living it months later, 2 weeks later, a year later. I see that the more I focus, the more I saturate my mind, the more I align my feelings, my emotions with what I'm desiring. That could be love, that could be jobs, money, whatever it is. Over time, it just becomes who you are. You want manifesting just to become who you are. Your desire, burning desire. Remember, he said that too. Napoleon Hill says that as well. You need to, okay, so this is off topic, but hear me out. Don't click off, hear me out. So in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, which I absolutely love. Like I said, I have made a lot of money with the concepts of that book. It's forever changed my life. That is like one of my #1 books that I go to. He says that burning desire, it's like you must desire to have something so strongly that if you hold your breath, you must desire that as much as needing to take a breath of air. So, you know, like if you are, let's say, underwater and you need to take a breath of air, and you get into that point where it's like, oh, I need to take a breath. And you desire air because you are like, I need air. That's a burning desire for air. If you hold your breath as long as you can, that desire to take a breath, I'm not telling you to do this like to pass out, but what he's saying is that you need to want something and have a strong desire for it, because it will push you into the projection of a person who is willing to get up in the morning when they don't want to become disciplined enough to take inspired action, to keep going and persisting no matter what their circumstances are telling them. That burning desire will keep you going. If you and your babies need to eat and you need a job, that is a burning desire. If you're struggling with an illness and you need to change your diet because you want to live, that is a burning desire. And you will do the things that you need to do in order to manifest better health, better situations. So this is a conversation that most people don't want to have. Like, I've learned that, like, you just have to get yourself disciplined with your thoughts and your states. And whenever you have bad days, give yourself grace. The last thing I also wanted to do there was one last thing I also wanted to share with you guys as well. Let me see. Is desire. Yes, I wanted to share with you guys what Neville says about desire, and then I won't hold y'all. Okay. Uh-oh. What am I doing? StreamYard. Okay. All right, so basically, let's just okay, so he basically says, like, also too, like, the changes which take place in your life as a result of your changed concept of yourself always appears to the unenlightened to be the result of not change of your consciousness, but of chance, out of cause or coincidence. So basically what he's saying is that, like, people always try to be like, oh, okay, you're changing because, oh, you know, it's coincidence. No, people always will try to discredit, like, your change for something that's outside of you, but that's not the truth. The truth is that when you change yourself, it does happen from within. It's the inner conversations that you're having with yourself. It's the pep talk that you need. It's the waking up and not feeling well, but still saying, you know what? I don't feel well today, but I'm going to do my best to make... It's the conversations that you have with yourself. That's how you change yourself, actually. Your self-talk. Like how you speak to yourself. You don't think this... Even when whoever is getting on your nerves, your boss, your kids, whoever's getting on your nerves, you still... That's where the key point of manifesting is. Because those inner conversations are emotionally connected to your manifestations and your subconscious. And that's why... we as conscious manifestors and people who understand this stuff, we have to, like, just give ourselves grace, but you still got to be a little bit more strict about letting your thoughts and your conversations in your head just run wild. Okay. And he also says, however, the only fate governing your life is the fate determined by your own concepts, your own assumptions. Okay. So there is no escape for you except by a radical transformation of yourself, and assume the assumption of the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Right? Therefore, make results or accomplishments the crucial test of your ability to use your imagination. So I'm in there with Neville's teachings, but here's what I'll say, guys. He said it right. Test this shit out. If you don't think that you have the power to create something, test it. And then when you test it, you create faith and you eliminate doubt. You guys hear what I'm saying? So test your imagination. Test what I'm telling you. Take time to test it. And then guess what? When you manifest something that you tested, you build confidence in your ability to do it. And you start to eliminate doubt. Because doubt is what a lot of us deal with, myself included. Baby, I will tell you guys that I have a level of self-doubt with me growing and being better because of maybe my subconscious upbringing. I don't know. I ain't got time to go back and figure out what parent did what to me. All I know is that if something comes up that is hindering me, I immediately go within. And this is what I want to open up the questions for. I want to implore for you guys, you don't have to dig back so deep into your past. Just know that if something comes up that hinders you from moving forward in your desires and your manifestations, start there. Rework your inner conversations, retell a new story, make better assumptions. But at the end of the day, your past is your past. It's going to be there. Nobody has time to go back and dig through, for me, 37 years of what happened to me yesterday, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't have time to do that. But I know how I feel whenever I'm trying to make more money in my business. If I have a feeling, that it makes me feel like I can't do it, or if I'm doing something and I feel like anxiety about it, then I know that that's something that subconsciously is there, and then I just go into the inner conversations like Neville teaches, or to go into making a list of things that I would like to transition into, and then making my focus that. Based on how you feel about something, when you want something really badly, you have a burning desire, your feelings will tell you what you need to work on with like affirming, or your conversations. You ain't got to go dig in the past, because when you dig in the past, you're doing it presently, which is creating your future. So thank you all for being here. I hope I wasn't speaking too fast. I was trying to not be long and drawn out, but I just want to let you guys know, because I'm getting questions about people like having weird thoughts when they're listening to their affirmations, or weird dreams. And I'm like, yeah, when you're desiring to change your life, you're gonna have some days where you need to purge your thoughts, or you're gonna have those negative thoughts, but that's not gonna affect your manifestation, only if you let it. If you keep dwelling on why am I keep having this thought, just let the thought be there and keep moving, keep going, keep persisting, keep assuming that things are working out, keep assuming that this is a part of the process. But keep your mind focused and saturated in your end outcome. Let's say you're looking to become a healthier person, but you look in the mirror and you don't see that, or your body aches you. No matter what, you started today, the next day, I mean, it's only been one day, girl. Now, make assumptions, make lists of what you want, test it out, give yourself like some days, a week, a month, and then see how you feel. So the world is ours. The world is ours. Do we have any questions about the law of assumption, your self-concept, or how to stay on track with your manifestations? Like how to have confidence in what you are manifesting, no matter what your 3D reality is showing you, or anything that you guys would like to ask me. Anyone? I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you. Pippanasi. Thank you. Candace Joy is here. Positive Minds. Thank you for being here. Ayumi 6661. Infinite Goddess. Yes, you were. Kita, thank you so much for being here. Positive Minds. Yes, I said that. So yes, this is a book that I want you guys to read if you love Neville. It's The Power of Awareness. It talks about how to change your self-concept, and he gives you steps on how to do that. Any questions for me? Rainfree, thank you for being here. What is your manifestation process? My process is too long for me to stay here, but I'll tell you one thing that I do. And people like to, I don't know if people get it, but like your routine throughout the day, like your morning routine and your night routine. Once I changed like my morning routine and my night routine, my life changed. And what I mean by that is when you wake up, what do? Is the first thing that you do is you touch your phone? What do you do when you wake up? The first thing I do when I wake up is I open my eyes. I give myself a moment to be thankful that I made it back into consciousness. I didn't stay in the dream world. And then I immediately go into my affirmations. I've trained myself as soon as I wake up. I have affirmations as soon as my eyes, when I'm in that drowsy state that Neville talks about, state akin to sleep, that drowsy state. I immediately wake up and I say, okay, thank you for being. I have a mantra that I say, and it's like a prayer. But if I am focusing, I'm not sweating. I don't have my fan on. I have a mantra that I say throughout the day, but I wake up with it on my mind. And if I want to have an amazing day, I just say that I'm having an amazing day, or I'll just repeat an affirmation that I'm working on over and over and over. And then I'll open my eyes fully, get up, go to the bathroom, do my thing in the bathroom. While I'm in the mirror, I speak to myself in the mirror, and then I touch my phone. I meditate throughout the day, depending on, because I work from home, so I usually meditate around 3. I reset my day around 3. So before I got on here with you guys, I did a meditation where I just relaxed. But I have the luxury to do that because that's how I created my life. I get to make my own time. I get to create my own day. And I'm very blessed because that's what I manifested. Now, you asked about my manifestation process throughout the day. Because I set my day up well, no matter what happens throughout the day, my subconscious is programmed to relax. That I just like, I'm a very chill person. I rarely ever get out of character because I understand how that goes. I'm a conscious manifester. I'm a spiritual person. I understand how energy works. So I will pop off if I need to. It happens every now and again, and you know, I could pop off, but that doesn't happen that often to me. Throughout the day, I do all of my business stuff. I meditate around 3 or take a nap, and then at night, my biggest manifestation routine is my nightly routine. This sets us apart from the people who just watch YouTube videos all day and read books all day and then they don't do anything. The number one thing that changed my life, where I became a person who has multiple sources of income, who has been able to coach people and change their lives, also my own life. I struggled with anxiety and panic attacks when I was younger. And I had an eating habit where I was extremely overweight 6 years ago. How I overcame all of that stuff is my nightly routine. Because your subconscious is always listening. So I don't go to sleep with the TV on. I only listen to my affirmations in the background. Or I fall asleep in the wish fulfilled, like Neville says. But I was doing that before I knew Neville. I just fall asleep imagining how I want my day to go the next day. If something did not happen the way I wanted it to in the day, I have a habit of recreating it, hearing the inner conversations the way I wanted the day to go. Now, you ask me, why do I do that? Because subconsciously it programs you to not be affected by negative things the next day that you wake up. So my AM routine and my PM routine, anything in between, you can fix that shit. Because you can revise a bad day when you go to bed. Have you guys read The Pruning Shears by Neville? Talks about revision. So you definitely can revise a bad day. It's not like you're like forgetting that it happened. You're just making peace with it so that you don't carry it over into the next day. It's all about releasing resistance to your desires. Your head can be clouded with bullshit, or you can purposely put things into your subconscious before you go to bed. That's why I live a beautiful life, and I help other people do the same thing. This is why I do this, because I'm like, wait, it can't be this simple. Do people realize how simple this is once you get into the routine? Give yourself a month. 7 days to start out with, which I have a course coming up, but 7 days to start out with, but 30 days to create a habit. Congratulations. Of course you did, Holly, because Holly is a master manifester. Of course you had a proof of the place. As soon as you told me what you was doing, I was like, yeah, I already know. And this is another thing too, what Holly is saying is that basically she was manifesting a new place, like her dream place. And when I spoke to her, you can manifest on behalf of other people as well. So a lot of my clients, whenever, or like just my friends, like, Holly and I, we're good Judies. When people are manifesting, and I know how the power of manifestation works, Neville also talks about, like, you can also manifest on other people's behalf. Like, you can imagine having a conversation with them and congratulating them on their manifestation, because it's all connected. This is why some people, they manifest things through other people. My mother, for the longest, I'd be like, Ma, whatever manifestation powers you got, I'm trying to if I'm lying, I'm flying. If my mother sees this, I used to always be like, Ma, I'm working on this. Can you please think some positive thoughts to me? Because I know that her energy towards me is very powerful. So congratulations, my dear. Who is this? Hafa? Do you watch Sammy Ingram? I know who she is. Yeah. I do know who Sammy is. Do I watch her? I don't watch any person on YouTube that does what I do, because I don't want to be influenced by them. I don't want to be a copycat. So no, I do admire people who try to help other people, though, because if you know how to manifest and you've been doing it consistently, as long as you're not scamming people, as long as people are not unhappy with what you're doing on a collective, I always support. But yeah, no, I just do my own thing over here. I've learned to just focus on what the Most High wants me to do, and that's all I can say. But Sammy's one of the bigger YouTubers that does similar stuff that we're all doing. But yeah, she's cool if that's your thing. If she's somebody that you like to watch. Excuse me. Ooh. Ayumi66 says, what do you think about Joe Dispenza? Yeah. Joe Dispenza is one of my favorite people. His book I have is called You Are the Placebo. And what he means is that if a doctor gives you a sugar pill that you think is actually going to cure you from something, who cured you? Did you cure yourself because you took a sugar pill, or did the actual medication cure you? And that is fascinating to me, because there have been scientific studies where people have been giving sugar pills and they've been cured from cancer. So, and this is been going on for over 60, 70 years. Studies have shown that if you think that something is good for you, or you respect the doctor's opinion, then you will step up, and either you will thrive or you will feel like you are not going to go on. So Joe Dispenza, I do his meditations, not as much as I used to, but I think he also has a book called Break the Habit of Being You. That is why I have AM and PM routines, because of books like that. His and another book, but he talks about breaking the habit of being monotonous. You go to bed the same way, you wake up the same way, you drink the same coffee, you go the same way to work, you do the same thing over and over and over. Well, that's why you have the results you have. If you want different results, you have to do something different. Where do you start, though? If you would like to know where to start, that's why I became a mindset coach, because it does start in your mind, and it does start with your AM routines and your PM. I'm getting very strict about that as a mindset coach, because it's the one thing that people just, if you would do that for 7 days, change your AM first. Every single day, do the things that you desire to do that are in alignment with your desires. You will start to see a difference. You're welcome, Rain. Rain says, I wake up and meditate, but I'll incorporate affirmations in my... Yeah. Joy, yes. Consistency, my dears. Consistency plus faith equals your manifestation. If you're consistent in doing something and you have faith that it's going to work and you persist in it, you get your manifestation. Now, how long does it take? As long as it needs to. Why does it even matter how long it takes? Just keep doing it. Do you want it or not? I want it tomorrow. Okay, well, it could happen tomorrow. Anything can happen. I believe in instant manifestations. But most people need to go through the process. And isn't it a beautiful process? don't discount the process now, because the process of you going through whatever birds before land or whatever transitional stuff that you need to go through is actually going to benefit you most times, 9 times out of 10, because when you get the manifestation, you'll appreciate it, you'll hold on to it, you'll know what you did wrong so that you could, you know, make sure that you don't lose it, or, you know, so appreciate the journeys that you guys have. Hello, hello, hello. So look, guys, it's coming up on 45 minutes. I'm trying to beat the rain, so I have to get going very soon, and I want to have dinner fixed for my husband and I because I just like Fridays to be I cook like a real dinner on Fridays, because, you know, he's off on the weekends. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What am I cooking tonight? Well, I was thinking about baking some wings, and they're probably going to be jerk flavored or curry, and I'm going to do some zucchini noodles, and I'm going to make some rice, like fried rice for him, because I'm not going to have the rice, or I may have a scoop, but yeah, glass of wine, a movie. We'll probably watch old school 90s movie, like we always do, a Wayne Brothers movie or something. She's Gotta Have It, Spike Lee or something. So I gotta get ready for my evening, plus it's gonna rain soon. So here's what I have coming up for you guys. If you're just tuning in, please go back and watch from the beginning. I am dedicated to making sure that moving forward on my platform, I don't care how many people pop up and they're talking about the same stuff. We're all talking about the same stuff, but I gotta do me. I want my platform over here to be that of a person who I show up for you guys. So I will be here every Friday until I tell you that I can't do it, because I work from home. I have my own schedule. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And Fridays, I like to start people's weekends off with positivity. Most of you guys are off on the weekends, so why not come in for an hour and listen to Fly Girls Manifesting and get your life, okay? Because moving forward, my platform is going to open up to, I'm going to do more interviews. It's funny that I was just about to say this because Cynthia's in here. You and I, Cynthia, I have an email for you, so just hear what I'm saying, okay? Because you came in just in time when I was telling you guys what I plan on doing for the platform. So I do get paid for coaching people. However, I do want you guys to be able to have access to my free coaching classes that I do every month. I do one every month. And most people who do pay me for one-on-one coaching is because they want to go more in depth with things that they are working on specifically. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a coach if you resonate with the person and you see something that person can help you with. There's nothing wrong with that. As a solopreneur, I sell products and service online, so get your money however you have to, but also be able to add something. So I'm adding, I dedicated myself to doing at least one free coaching session every month. Everything else around that's paid. You guys get to choose if you want to. Now, aside from that, my platform moving forward, I will still do the same content that you guys subscribe for, which is Neville stuff, law of assumption, confidence, all the videos that I watch in my analytics that I see that are doing well, that people still show up for, that people are subscribing for. I will continue to do that content. However, me as a woman who I have a duty to make sure that you guys are also being fed things that expand your horizon. I will be incorporating more things on the channel that will help you to grow and expand. So that'll come into the context of interviews with people who can inspire you. I will also be doing private dissections of certain books and texts, and you guys will be given a behind the scenes of what I do to actually manifest. This is what I really want you guys to hear is I I've been researching for like 6 months. And what I see is that a lot of people are just on YouTube doing what I'm doing, just talking, but nobody's actually showing you. Nobody's showing you. So I will be documenting things that I manifested, do the actual work, document it, and then edit it up and show you, okay, I started it this day, it took me a month, here's what I did to manifest it. Not saying you have to do it my way, but at least you need to see that there are people in this world who are about that life. You know, and so I want to start incorporating more like lifestyle stuff that I do. So I'm eventually going to turn this channel into a lifestyle channel where I will still give you guys the same content that you signed up for, but I have to, like, I can't just talk about the same shit over and over and over, especially when there's like a million manifestation coaches. Everybody wants to be a coach, and I'm like, where was you guys 2 years ago when I started? But that's neither here nor there. I just want you guys to manifest in your own way. And if I can inspire you to do that, then I'm going to start showing you guys behind the scenes, like literally live, showing you what I'm doing, or editing like vlog style. And it'll be a short vlog, like 6-minute vlog, where you see what I do daily, and then you'll see the manifestation. Because I manifest something like, damn, I wish I could just show people that I like what I'm doing. Then people will really get like, okay, wait, she did this, she wrote it down, she meditated on it. A week later, she's now showing us that she got it. I have confidence that I can do that because I do it all the time. That's why I became a mindset coach. So with that being said, I'll stop yapping, but I appreciate you guys. You are 100% have access to me. My email is FlyGirlsManifesting@gmail.com. My website is coming soon, and I'm doing that in the next month. My website will be available hopefully by the middle of November, because it's time. And if you need anything, just let me know. And I will be emailing everyone who did sign up for November 1st. I have to switch the date, because my mother, she had a death in the family, and she'll be up in New York. So I have to, you know, she's coming to stay with me. So I'm gonna push the class back a week, just to accommodate and to mentally be able to show up for you guys. So everyone who showed interest in the free self-concept course that I'm doing in the first week of November, I will send emails out. For anyone who may still want to be a part of that, since you're on the live, just email me. If you've already emailed me, I got your email. But if you haven't and you would like to be a part of it, it's like a legit course, because after I do that course, other people are gonna have to pay for it. So email me at flygirlsmanifesting@gmail.com if you would like to be a part of it, because it's free for the first week of November. And then after that, once I tweak it and you guys tell me what you liked, because you're like the first group to it's like it's my baby. I've been researching and putting it together for like almost 3 to 6 months. So I'm very excited to share it with you guys for free first, and then tweak it, and then it'll be a paid course after that. Alright guys, love you. FlyGirlsManifesting@gmail.com. Cynthia, I have an email for you. Buddy Nova, thank you for joining. Eugene, yes, wings. I can bake and fry some wings. Yeah, I have an air fryer. That air fryer is hitting, I tell you that. I love my air fryer. Pop them bad boys in there. Put it on 30 minutes. Go do what I need to do. Shake them. Bam. Alright. Love you, Fly Tribe. Happy manifesting. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye.